Okay, thank you.
Okay, I think you hear me. Good morning, everyone. I hope that you have a good sleep last night. And so I present today our experience in movie making and using in particularly Blender. Sorry for my bad English, but I'm not well involved in this for the moment. We create digital graphics in Belgium in '94, and since till now we already made 40 films, split it in different category, adds a lot of architectural visualization, scenography for museum, and a lot of cartoon movie, 10 short film in 35 millimeters. So we now a few years ago start in the cinema domain, and we finish with a feature film, which is a big challenge for us. And this movie was the opportunity to use Blender and open source environment in general. And it's I think, a success because this film win a prize in the Locarno Festival, and also in Réunion, Iceland, they win another prize. So it's the proof that it works, and so we continue in this way. We produce some different movie, documentary, to special effects, 2D animation, and 3D animation. We also do graphic software development, and so I developed Softanium software. It's a software especially in 2D animation for cartoon, because at one moment for a movie we need 10 persons to work with us, and we were at the choice in one hand buy commercial software or develop own software. And when we saw the price, we made the second solution. We developed internal tools and plugins, especially in the sequencer, Blender sequencer, and in Python scripts to do editing and confirmation of the picture, different pictures. For the moment, we are 2 persons, but sometime 1 year ago, for example, we were 10 persons, and now we start a big project, and we employed 14 persons at this moment. So SFX, special effects, and movie production are split in different steps. For the production, we are always at the starting of the project. So we are responsible to the storyboard. We also, because in Belgium there is some financial budget specific to technology, new technology in movies and cinema. So we have money, public money for that, and so we manage this money to produce the movie. Second step is shooting, because in SFX you have a live video, a live movie, so it's a big part, shooting, and it's like other normal movie. There's a production and a whole team and so on. After the shooting, we do the de-rushing. It's you choose different parts in the movie from the shooting. You keep some certain parts of the shooting to do the film. But it's a first step to choose the right part of the shoot. After that, we do the editing, and so it's made by a professional. You don't see it, but also you have the sound design and music and so on. And here it's our specific part. It's the first part is scanning. So we have a 35mm movie. We scan this into picture file, big file. For example, we use DPX 16 bits. It's a bit takes 20 megabytes per image, 25 image per second, or 24, depends. So it's for a feature film, it takes roughly 4 terabytes of memory of file. We do some retouching, for example, scratch removing or erasing some parts, anachronic part, and so on. We do visual effect and color grading. After that, we have a new hard disk with another 4 terabytes of picture, and we give this to the laboratory to kinescoping the 35mm or digital cinema encoding, because it's a new technology for cinema. So scanning, there is two methods. One first method is scanning using a laser system. It's very expensive and slow, but the quality is very high. The other possibility is to use HD telecinema. It's a hybrid system which is composed by a 35mm projector, which projects the picture on the screen, and we have a HD camera filming the screen. It's, of course, a whole system. It's not do in a room. So as I said before, retouching, visual effects, and color grading. Very important, color grading after all the work on visual effect, but also on normal movie. Color grading gives a spirit to the film. So our process is like this, because using Blender for the moment, Blender can use only 8 bits picture. So it's a problem for us because we're using 16 bits picture. It's very important to have this quality because movies, it's a work on lights. most important thing for the picture is the work on light. And the light is the range of the intensity of light is very large on the picture. And the 35 millimeter film can pick this quality, and we need to conserve this quality by using this type of format. But the problem is, so we have 8-bit format. So the first step to keep the quality of this picture, we have DPX. It can be also Cineon or OpenEXR, of course. And here we have a stream like this, so we keep the quality of the picture. But for SFX creation, we do a leveling, so we make a choice on the black and white intensity to try to keep the more information if possible. We use the PNG format because it's a low-less format, very good format. Because 2 years ago we used GPG and we lost information. If you have more than one generation, it's very bad. So PNG is very good. Also, you can store alpha channel. It's very important to SFX integration. So we start with EDL reading. EDL is a file coming from the editing system. It's a text, like a text file, giving all the time code of the different sequence in the movie, with different effects, for example, crossfade and fade to black and so on. So by Python scripting, we read this file and we do leveling of the picture using Python and ImageMagick. It's an open source toolkit. Very interesting because you can read DPX file, OpenEXR, all the format using in movie industry, and you can do all you want. It's a batch process tool. So with a lot of we use 4 terabyte picture files. It's very important to do this process in batch processing with a lot of computer in your network. So the event splitting, it's based on the EDL. So we have a lot of folders where each folder is one sequence in the movie. So folder creation, and we read this EDL file. We have a folder creation, sequence folder, and we do a test confirmation. So we rebuild a video version of the film to see if all is okay. Because one frame is important. If you have more than one frame in the movie, the sound is discontinuous and so on. So very big problem. We must be to create and test all this. After that, we do the SFX. It takes time, of course. For the last movie, it takes 3 months to do that. So we do a back leveling. We go back to the 16-bit. We had a grain because on the 35-minute film we have a grain, and it's very important to add this. If you don't do that, you have a big problem of credibility of the picture. We made the SFX composing, so we use ImageMagick toolkits to do that, and we see DPX5 file sent to the laboratory to the certified millimeter. So today I speak about two films. This film is a feature film, and the next one was a short film, and I have few pictures in progress project. So it's you try to finish, but it takes times, and the director waits and from every week to see where we are. So Friday on another day is I think for the Belgium it's the first Belgium feature film using special effects using an open source program. Maybe it's the first in Europe, but I'm prefer to pretend this. So it's a big production: Belgium, France, Radio, Iceland, Italy, Slovakia. We made 90 SFX sequence on a 650 in all, and we use the whole sequence in the movie takes 340 parts sequence, and we do on this part 19 SFX. We use a lot of open software because we are using Linux, and it's a choice for us, and we prefer to have control on our own tools than to buy software, because we start in '94, and during 8 years we use commercial software, and we wasn't happy with that, because in production at what time there is some issue, and we have any time to bypass this problem. So it's a choice for us. It's a good choice. So we use, of course, Blender, Python, Image Magic. CinePaint is software like GIMP, but you can read 90 bits picture. You can play in real time small sequence. So we can do mask on this, on retouching, and so on. We use GIMP for texture and make painting. I don't think so. It's 8 bits. Yes. CinePaint coming from the movie industry, and it's open source. We use Dr. Q. It's a batch processor for rendering in network. Very useful. It works on Blender, Pixie, Axis, I don't know, Maya. So it's also an open source project, and we have, for example, in our studio we have 10 computers with 2 processors, and it works very well. It's very interesting because you can see where the project is. If there is one problem on one picture, we can restart the rendering on this specific picture, and so on. We use also Pixie using a Python script exporter in Blender, because at one moment Blender didn't have ambient occlusion rendering, so we use Pixie to do that. Now Blender have this possibility, so Pixie it's on the side for the moment, but pixel or axis, because yesterday I see some picture very interesting, so I don't know if it's which the one I want to use. Because you can use shader and very interesting things for specific sequences can be very interesting. Open a face for all administrative purposes and Linux use. So special effects, different parts, modeling and texturing. So here in this movie, after I show some some part of the movie, so you will understand what I say. So in the movie there is a boat, old boat, because the film is in 18th century period. As you can see, there's Blender. We modelize all the boats in Blender, doing texturing because these boats exist. We stay in Lelystad, near Amsterdam, and we already made shooting in the boats. But it's a problem to take the boat at the Réunion as Iceland, so it takes too much time. And too much money. So here, for example, it's a pixie rendering because we start this at that moment. But now we can do that in Blender. There is a lot of ropes and so on. Another, it's a head of I don't know the name in English, but you can see it. Here it's in integration in the movie, because at the start of the shooting there hasn't no idea of what it will be, and so after we make this choice and put the picture after the shooting 5 months after. We put, for example, a smoke in it. You can see here without the smoke, and here integration. We use the particle function in Blender, and we use the sequencer to do the compositing, and we develop some plugins to do that. So tracking is very important in movie industry because the picture is always moving. If you shoot with a fixed camera, the film moves into the camera, and it's important to track this type of picture, and of course it's important if you have a camera on the shoulder. Here we use a commercial software, not so expensive, but I'm a student which want to make a work on tracking software, maybe open source. Synthesize. Not so expensive. Okay, it works well. So here it's a camera on the shoulder shooting. Lighting, it's important to insert the SFX. So we make a lot of shoot with different stuff. Christmas balls. Here we can see we have lights, so it's very interesting to reproduce this type of light. Also, there is some color grading, so we shoot the color chart to have information about that. Here it's Dr. Q software. We can maybe more or less read that you have the process here. For example, for one process, we have the different picture with the date and time. It's finished. If you have an error, you click on it and it's restart. And here the different computer running. Compositing, for example, in this sequence, we have one shoot with the public at the bottom of the room, and another shoot where we took the same persons. We say to them to go up and sit down, change the hat, and so on. And we start the process on the right. And we composite in the sequencer the different picture using different masks. And also we have a curtain opening. So we do a mask in Blender, moving mask. Also we have a shadow moving on the picture, so we reproduce that and composite all this. There's a lot of tracking because 3 sequence with different tracking. They need to stabilize the picture and do this different thing. So here it's modernization. You can in background put the original picture. We do different rendering. We rendering the boats with the reflection in the water. We do masking by coloring in black all the boats and giving a white background. And the mask was only the boat without the reflection, so you can set differently the 2 parts. We use Python scripting. You click black ore, you select the object black ore, and you create the black materials and put on each object. And here it's the tunnel. Here you can see maybe the grain on the picture. So I analyzed this grain. I took, for example, one part and analyzed the grain and reproduce the grain. It's not this. Here is the extreme version, but after I set the level of this and put the grain only on the SFX picture, of course, because you cannot put the grain already on the film. So only on the picture, on the SFX picture. So it's why I use PNG file, because I have the alpha channel in the file. And here there is some color grading. It's on software I use Image Magic. It's possible to do noise. I do noise, blur the noise, filtering the noise, and compose. I try first by hand, and when all the setting is okay, it's by batch processing. It's a Python script, and the grain is each picture. The grain is different, of course. how it's possible? You want to say? Yes, yes, yes. 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 So I took a picture. I blur the picture, and I take the different. Yes. So I can show a movie. I hope that the sound is working. Here it's so making yeah. My laptop is too slow, but it works. Oh. So here is some picture, of course, from the live shooting. So the spirit of the film is it's in 18th century. So the SFX it's not Matrix and Spider-Man, of course. So so SFX must be realistic and credible. So first, to understand how it works in the movie. But after you have some more computer. So here, you can see here we can use plugins. No, it's a movie. For example, on the top, of course, you see the final picture. So the boat. The flag are moving. There is some box in the water floating. And here you have the integration of the two. Here there is some dirt on the ground. So big. It's not the final version because the dirt coming at in front of the foot of the character is the rain. And here we change the action of the character. The hand is straight up, and here, for example, the two. So the curtain is opening. We shoot this. Here we have a light tower erasing, and the problem is the flag is floating. Here we had this mechanism. you. Here it's not in Blender, it's totally in Image Magic. We do some pictures. Here you have the slides, one wood, piece of wood. I don't know the name of it. So we do the rope and giving some inertial looking using the hook hooks and here the boat. Here it's very difficult to track because we have the sea which is moving, so it's impossible to track, and we can only track on the cloud. Here there is some change of depth of field. It's it's a plugins in the sequencer. So I can show in. I hope I take not a lot of time because when I. So all the production is split in different folders, where we have the number sequencer and a word giving what it be. In each folder we have blend folder and different folder with different layer of picture sequence. So, for example, here we have the compositing of the boats. It takes time because I read on the external disk and it's not very rapid. So, for example, I have a different layer. Here I use meta layer. We have the boat, the reflection, and so I enter into the boat layer, and I have different stream of picture. So, for example, I have the mask. I have the boat, it's dark, and here I have plugins. For example, is mask, so I read color stream and alpha stream, and it gives collapse the two into color picture with alpha value. Here it's a plugin called Chocolate because it gives a chocolate look at the picture. Using color charts, I use in the shooting. And here we have a blur plugins. You can change the blur, gamma, and you can animate the blur when you change the depth of field, for example. Yes. Yes. So, for example, here you can see nothing. So I can add I could plugins to put a background, for example. So it's one mean to see something, but I other case where we can show I can show more things. So I set the blur. Yes, of course I remove this, or I can disable it. I've the reflection. I put an opacity plugins, so I can give transparency on the reflection. I use superpose, so I can superpose one picture with alpha channel on the final picture. I can move the boats. Maybe it moves. Yes, each sequence are composite in Blender. Yes, combustion. It's of course it's combustion and so on. You have a lot of tools, but it's not open source. And if I want to use a chocolate filter, I prefer to write them. I have this possibility to do that, so I prefer to use my own tools. And for example, we can put some frame to see where the picture is, the frame around, because there is a part of the picture which is not used. No, Cinepaint was used for scratch removing or different. Yes, but as Photoshop is too slow to do batch processing, it's not so. Because picture is in 2K, it's a big picture. Photoshop take maybe 3 minutes to open the file and doing that. Yeah, because here I work in 100%, but generally I work on a small version, which is pixelate, of course, but it's not so important, and it's more. It's not in real time, but sometime. I do the rendering with Blender and the Dr. Q, and it's very quick. Yes. Yes. So here is this is a video version. So I open another file. Je sais. take another example, but here in high resolution. Yes, but my laptop is very slow. Yes, but sometimes I take source from internet. Yes, I want to do that. Yes. When I sometimes I reread the code to give all the copyright, and give the source. Because of course I take sometimes source from other people. So for example, to answer to the question, here you see the background picture, and I put plugins which replace the so they replace the picture by black, and also I have plugins which take the key alpha, so he divide by alpha to have a color layer and alpha to insert on the real picture. So I enable that when all is ready, and I render this type of file with alpha, and I can insert that. So I disable that. Okay. So for example, we have only the tree. There is a plugin to control. It's not a good example. I can set brightness, contrast, and gamma value. So blur, coloring, and take. But I prefer to show that in different simple. We have the sands because the sand was white, and for the movie we need black sand. So we do that. Okay. Yes. Maybe not in this example. I try to. So here we have different folder: the sands, the alpha channel, the mechanism, the trees, and so on. So different folder with different picture. the boat with the mask for the reflection, because we have a wave in front of the boat, so we need to draw by hand this mask. We have that. We have only the boat without the reflection, so we can control the settings, so you can set different lights. We have the mask. And of course we have the blur to this one? Okay. Yes. No, I use this one like this. Maybe it's different as I show on the presentation, but here I use white. White is opaque and black is transparent. It's yes. Or white, and the water become black. So they cut the boat and the line on front line. Yes, the problem is the reflection exports also, and I want to separate the two, so that's why I do it like that. So I see. I use not in this one, but I use ambient occlusion, and here is there is two or three lights, but for another picture I use ambient occlusion because it's a backlight, and you need ambient occlusion to do that. Okay. So maybe it's better. I think I continue the. It's not long. Finish the presentation, and I saw the movie. So I'm the all the computer network use only one folder tree. It's an advantage of Linux. You can link folder in one computer to another computer. So I've only one path. So it starts DJ, digital graphics project, Blanconf, for example, and I keep this path. Yes, no problem. Yes. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. For the it's we need organization about that, because if you forget to use meta, it's impossible to insert plugins. So at the start we do a lot of meta, and for example here I have the mask layer, the color layer, and the plugins which collapse the two. And here I enter into this layer, and I can add plugins. So it's like insertion of the plugin. But if I not, but so here it's possible to insert one filter and so on. But here it's not possible. I cannot. It's not possible to insert something between these two. So I use meta to do that. So here I can add something. So it's sometimes if I forget something, it's very. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes, I think, for example, there isn't API for sequencer. It's not possible to control the sequencer by Python. So maybe it can be interesting to have that. Yes, only. No. It's a sequence is unity in our work. So the editing of this is another jobs, and maybe other software are good for that. Yes. Okay. I follow by the next movie. So it's a short film. It's The Mask of the Red Death. It's Edgar Allan Poe adaptation, and it's three countries: Belgium, Luxembourg, and France. You have 14 SFX sequence, but with less sequence. So the jobs is more complicated in this movie, because we have 2 minutes of full 3D realistic sequence, because this sequence is followed by a live looking, so it's very important to have realistic looking. And we have 3D make painting, so background modelization in animated background. So for example, you redesign artistically the head of the character of the red death. For example, we have the storyboard. Here we have a 3D made painting, which is moving with depth of field changing, lighting in the light. Each light is a different layer composited in the sequencer. We have a blue key around this real character. Here we have the death character. We give a green mask with LED on each one to do the tracking and to put the head on this character. Here is the in progress work on the 2 minutes full sequence. So it's like a ride close to a mountain, and on the top of the mountain we have a castle with a different statue, fire, sky, red sky, and so on. And here it's very, very difficult sequence because the mountain, there is a lot of displacement rendering, big texture. So I try maybe to use Pixie or Axis to do this job. So here it's after. So I can show a small trailer for this movie. I thought I have sound, but the more important is picture. In progress projects or it's not already finished. For the moment there is no effects. It's fantastic. Erotic. Maybe it's dark. Here there is a 3D make painting. The mirror and the character are in front of a blue screen. Here also, yeah.